In this video, we're going to be using Stirling Triumph. We'll show you the full-size tub label right there. Triumph, oh, smells great. And the usual suspect for head shaving, the leaf. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. And if it's your first time here, hope you will consider subscribing below. So, as mentioned before, today we're going to be using a sample of Stirling Triumph. Stirling makes the best samples in the business without question. I cut off a little piece, actually far more than I need. Oh, beautiful scent on this. Oh, Stirling, $3.50 for an ounce for a sample, which is a good price, considering that, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to make these samples. You can get a lot of shaves out of these. I've heard between 15 and 40, so not bad at all. And this smells great. The price on this, if you buy the full tub, which I will be buying, is $13.60 for 5.8 ounces, or on our cost chart, $2.34 an ounce, which is exceptional. You know, the value at Stirling simply cannot be beat. It's just phenomenal. And the scent on this, it is inspired by, I think it's Paco Rabanne Invictus. I apologize if I said that wrong. I'm not a fragrance person. Beautiful scent though, scent strength off the sample. At least 6, if not 7. Beautiful scent. I'll put the notes there for you. Citrus, bay, a lot of other stuff. Really nice scent that I like. And I bought this sample just to see if I would like it. So I buy the soap and aftershave, and I will be buying those because it's awesome. The ingredients in Stirling, there's some good ingredients like shea butter, coconut milk, lanolin. Again, showing you there on the screen. Let's wet the dome and get into this head shave. I hope everyone is doing well. Today, we're going to enjoy a wonderful head shave, hopefully. That is our goal, just to enjoy. And I'm telling you right now, this scent, I really enjoy it. So the sample costed me even more money. So you can use these samples to either figure out that you don't like something, or as in this case, figure out that I do. Because I wasn't sure, because I've never experienced the Paco Rabanne Invictus. I know it's a popular fragrance, or at least I think it is. But I didn't know what it would smell like. And a lot of times you just can't tell from the notes. I mean, you just cannot, there's no way to know. Sometimes I see notes on soaps and I think that's a home run, and it turns out to be a flop. And so I really appreciate when artisans like Stirling give us the chance to experience these scents inexpensively. And especially, you know, if you're going to be able to get a sample, so you don't have to commit to the full size tub and splash. So I'll give you an example. First Line Shave came out with a set, and I love the label on that set. But you can only buy it as the set, which I do not like because I'm not familiar with the fragrance that is based on. So it would have been a total flyer. And when you buy a scent, you know, you're almost $50 in. I don't know what the set actually costs. So if it's less than that, I apologize. But let's just say it's $40 to $50. And if you don't like it, then you've swang and missed on a flyer. And so I like it when the artisans have options, many options for your purchases. And in this case, in Stirling, you can get the puck by itself. You can get a sample, you can get the full tub, you can get refill pucks. I mean, they have so many options that it makes it very easy to figure out what you like and don't like from Stirling without a tremendous amount of cost. Now, you know, we could fawn all day over the type of people they are and all of that. We've done that in the past, and we will continue to do it in the future. But just from the perspective of options, Stirling gives you options. And I wish some other artisans offered the same amount of options. So in the case of First Line, if they would have just had the soap and splashed separately, I would have at least tried the soap and then went back and bought the aftershave if I liked it. But as you know, I buy quite a few products to show on the channel and use, and I can't really afford to be missing a lot. So when you miss on a whole set, you know, that means that's several soaps you could have had that maybe you would have liked. And so I buy every soap I buy with the intent on enjoying it and liking it. And if I don't, I'll eventually get rid of it. But We don't like misses on this channel. We do get them now and then, but I try to buy things that I think I'm going to like. So in other words, I'm not just buying scents that I want to show you, although there are times where I'm going to buy scent that I think you're really interested in, the viewer. Primarily, I'm trying to buy scents that I think I'm going to enjoy, because that's the most important thing, you know. I want to enjoy the scents and have great shaves, and I want to be able to tell you about the products that I enjoy, and also when I don't enjoy something. So I love that artwork on that set the First Line put out, but since they bundled it, or at least when it first came out, it was bundled, and you couldn't just get the soap, you know, you kind of miss out, because I bought the Fallout and I did not enjoy it at all. And I think what I was smelling there is maybe some of the base and the sort of animalistic smell. I just did not enjoy Fallout. And I know I talked to a number of people and they really enjoyed the aftershave in particular. And some said they got a similar type vibe out of the soap. And so, you know, you just never know when you buy set blind if you're going to enjoy it. And primarily I'm buying for enjoyment, not just for content on the channel. Like, yeah, granted, if I wasn't making videos, I probably wouldn't buy as many, but still I'm trying to buy things that I like. All right, that was an excellent, smooth first pass. Man, the soap smells great. So the sample actually cost me more money, but that's good, because think about it. I've spent $3.50 and now I've figured out that I really like this. And so now I'll go and buy this soap and aftershave, and I'll be really happy with it. And then I'll send this sample to someone else, is typically what I do. Like when I send a package or something, I'll put some samples and stuff in there so somebody else will have a chance to try it. Because once I own the full tub, I won't really need the sample hanging around. You know, I'll just use the soap out of the tub and give someone else an opportunity, and maybe they'll enjoy the triumph as well. And so that's a win-win. It's a win for Stirling. It's a win for me. It's a win for somebody else. And if I hadn't liked the scent, then I'm like, okay, I spent $3.50 and not, you know, $13.60. So I saved $10. And, you know, when you're a hobbyist in these consumer type hobbies, you know, saving $10 means you're able to get something else, you know, or close to it, or, you know, 3 Stirling samples. So it enables you to enjoy something else. And again, first and foremost is enjoyment. I hope all you head shavers are doing well, because I know a lot of folks who watch these particular videos are head shavers. Thank you very much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. I try to say that as much as I can. It is not lip service. I appreciate it, because I understand there are many, many people who make videos these days. Back in the day when I started, you know, there were certainly maybe 15 people who did it regularly, not very many. And now it's, you know, easily well over 100. And there are people who have all sort of preferences on content. And this is one of the things I wanted to talk about, is the type of content that's out there. So you'll have content that's very laced up, like straight laced. And mostly my content is that. I'm not going to be generally swinging from the fences and using a lot of, you know, adult language and so on. And if I do occasionally, I'll of course tell you, but, you know, I try to keep it family friendly for the most part. Then you're going to have channels that are shot out of a cannon and not family friendly. There is room for all these things, in my opinion. And I know sometimes I hear members of the community talk about, look, those guys are drinking on video, or, you know, doing something they personally don't agree with it. You don't have to watch those things, you know. But those type of things do not bother me. I appreciate, like when I watch entertainment, I like a lot of dark shows, you know, like I like shows on HBO and Showtime, like Game of Thrones, you know, and the Sopranos, and great shows where there is, you know, adult language and adult concepts and so on. So I'm not a fuddy-dud, is what I'm saying. But I also appreciate channels where they keep it family friendly, as I try to do. And so if your preference is family friendly, just tune in to the family friendly channels, you know? And that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I respect that. And it's one of the reasons I like to keep it as much as I can family friendly. I don't always succeed, but I do try. But I'm not gonna, look down on my nose at the other guys who have a little more, perhaps they're younger in age, or maybe they're doing things that maybe I don't want to do. As long as they're not, doing things that are unwarranted, I think there's room for everybody. There's certain things, obviously, none of us like. Personal attacks, ad hominem attacks, and things like that. But give people a chance is my message. And even, if it's not your style. So I'm not a big fan of country music. It's not my kind of music. But I don't want to eradicate it from all art. You know what I mean? So just because you don't like something doesn't mean that it shouldn't exist. And we should not seek to just completely rid the world of things that don't meet our personal preference. And so every now and then when I hear guys talking about, the community, it's worse now than it ever has been, I don't see it that way. It goes through its, bumps and bruises. But honestly, I'm telling you, even with the ridiculous things that have gone on as of late, it is still 100 times more peaceful than it was when I first got in. And so anybody who thinks it's really bad right now relative to what it used to be was not doing videos at that time. Because I'm telling you what, it used to be a blood sport, especially in the comments and the trolls. And it was not for the faint of heart. And now most people are supportive. You get the occasional crazy circumstance that happened recently, but that's not really what the community is about. And there are so many good people that I think we often forget to think about. I just talked to Dave Cowley yesterday or the day before, and what a nice guy. Just a super nice guy, positive, just wanting to touch base. And, a guy just saying, I like a lot of people in this hobby, and I don't want to make decisions about who I associate with. And I'm like, good for you, Dave. 100% agree. So as much as sometimes we fall into camps, we're definitely better off when we're not in these cliques and camps. But, on the other hand, we all have friends that we prefer and certain type of personalities and so on. Like for example, I like some of the foolishness and some of the funny videos and I know other people do not. And so what I always encourage people to do is just watch the type of stuff you like. But please, don't, when you're thinking about the community, and you're thinking it's bad, also think about what it might have been a long time ago. Because I promise you, even with the antics that we have, it's been far worse. So this is still a pretty good time. It's overwhelmingly positive. We have more people than ever doing it and advocating and having a good experience. So don't make it negative, more so than it has to be. And sometimes it is, and I understand that. And we talk about it, but let's not make the mistake of claiming that it's always about that, because it's not. So that's my message for today. And I realize I haven't talked much about the soap, but man, I love it. So I'm going to buy it. When the shaving budget refreshes, I will be buying the Stirling Triumph. So I hope it's still there and it's not a summer seasonal, because now we're getting into the fall scents, which I don't like. But anyway, that was a phenomenal shave. So in order to keep the video short, I'll do all the post off. I don't have the splash here, so I'm going to use what I used earlier today. We won't get into that. I did use the Ariana and Evans brush, which I used earlier in the week. I just still had it in here, so I threw it up and used it. Actually, I used it today. I'm sorry. I'm losing track of the of the days. I just want to thank you so much for joining me. This Triumph, Stirling quality, thumbs up. Stirling price, thumbs up. Beautiful scent. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to buy it. Stirling, you've done it again. You've cost me money. And of course, our usual suspect to leave. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.